What's up, guys? It is so good to be back. Kind of took a hiatus over the last month and a half, and really have kind of pushed everything on pause as we have been transitioning to Compass, and really just kind of solidifying a few things before we jumped back into the craziness. So anyway, here we are, and excited about this next season, season 2, which I don't really know if there's a season 2 or not, but it is the next part of this chapter. So I just wanted to kind of touch base with you guys and let you know where we are, what we've been doing for the last month and a half. All right, so for the last month and a half, what we've really been doing is we kind of stepped away from everything. We officially closed the company, closed everything that we were doing, and we've really been systematically restructuring everything that we do. We've been simplifying the business, right? Because I think that my big flaw, I don't know what you want to call it, but what I did wrong last time was I tried to have full control over everything and really spread ourselves too thin. And so we're kind of stopping and figuring out, like, what do we do well? In other words, like, what are our core competencies? And then, which means, like, what are the things that really set us apart? What are the things that we are really, really good at? And then what are the things that are outside of that, right? And then everything are really good at, we're going to triple down on, and then everything else we're getting rid of, right? We've been simplifying the business. And so really for me, that looks like, what is the one thing that I bring to the table that nobody else does? And the big thing for me is that sales piece, right? The big thing is networking and sales and connecting and everything that goes into building the pipeline of the business. So Nate, I have officially moved out of media. So he's been good, as you guys know, watching all the videos. But outside of doing a little bit of editing from here and there, we had a conversation the other day during our team meeting, and I said, listen, when you're doing media, you're in one frame of mind. When you're doing ops, you're in another frame of mind, and I need you doing ops. And I think ultimately it's something that he wanted to go to as well, because as creative as a person as he is, the more he does that for a living as a day-to-day job, the less he enjoys it. So we're like, when we take you out of that, I want you to focus solely on ops. Because he has a background of a high producer and what that looks like on the back end. So moving forward, I'm looking for a new media guy or girl or whoever, but somebody to pour into that so that he can focus solely on that. I can focus solely on sales. Bruce can start focusing on prospecting and building his pipeline. Because I believe that when you focus on the things that you do really, really well, and you focus on the things that nobody else can do, you live in that 80-20, things explode. And what's fascinating is now that I've been able to step away from all the craziness and step away from spending 40% of my time behind a computer and solely on my core strengths, like, we're on a record pace. We went from 10 people to 3 people because, that managing just wasn't my strong suit. And because of that, we're on pace to do double, if not pushing triple what we did last year. And to me, it just speaks to that idea of find out who you are, find out what you're good at, and do everything you can to live in that space. Live in your strength. So anyway, that's what we've been doing. Today, I'm focusing on building everything out because I'm still getting the old office done. Has to be done by tomorrow. So I've had that craziness going on, and now we're just focusing. Excited about 2020. Excited about what's in the pipeline. Excited in this next chapter. All right, Alright, so we're on like the week and a half into this freaking flood that will not stop raining, but that's alright. That's alright. We're out here trying to make it happen. So in this idea of trying to get back to what we do best, trying to simplify everything, I'm kind of in this decision of what's that next hire, because I brought down I've really broke it down and down to the 3 team members right now. However, I really need to get to the point where I'm already about 80%. I maybe 70 if I'm honest. 70% of my day is focused on actual sales itself. I need to get that to 90. I need to get that to 95. So to do that, I have a couple options. I really need an assistant. That is my big thing right now. But I'm also really wanting to get, all right, there we go. Sorry, the not looking really good. Anyway, so I'm trying to decide what is that next move. Do I bring in an assistant or do I bring in a new media guy, because I want to continue to create high level content. And since I moved Nate out of that role, I'm just trying to figure out what is that next step. I think ultimately there's probably a hybrid. I'm probably going to sub a lot of the media out and then bring in an assistant, because really having somebody there to take care of all the details is imperative for me, because I'm not a details person. So all right, we're gonna leave here. I gotta go see some guys, do some networking, and keep making the magic happen.
Later.
All right, guys, it is Monday. I actually had a really good weekend. We've been really tied up a lot of things from previously, meaning that I had 2 of my flips finally get closed out. And so I've been spending the last week and a half trying to get those done. And at the same time, we had to move in out of officially our old office and had to put in all of those walls we ripped out. Yeah, so that was not a lot of fun. Anyway, we was able to get that done last week. So this weekend, I took all day Sunday off, slept in, and just kind of really tried to do a refresh. And it's been really good. The other thing that I really tried to do this weekend while I'm sitting there with my cigar, just relaxing, is envisioning what I want life to look like. So I was at this class and he was talking about Disney and how that Disney has pretty much 3 roles. You're an Imagineer, an engineer, or an implementer. And he was talking about the idea, the role of an Imagineer is literally all they do is just create. They don't figure out how to make it work. They don't figure out how to implement it. They don't do any of that. All they do is just think of new ideas, new rides, new event, like all of that. And so he was talking about you need to set aside time to figure out, if I could make life look the way that I wanted it to, like what would it be? Like what do you want in life? And it was a really good exercise that I did over the weekend, because if you know where you want to go, you can start reverse engineering it. And like for me, this new chapter and this new this new season that I'm in, I'm really wanting to be intentional about having my job work for me, not me work for my job, right? Like being intentional that this is actually serving me to get me where I want to go. And so that's what I did. I really sat down. I thought about, how that I want to travel and I want to do all these things. I want to work. I want to continue to be in real estate because I love it. I absolutely love it. But it is a piece of the puzzle. It's not the whole thing. Like it is a piece to get me where I want to go. So that's what I did over the weekend, and it was very therapeutic. So today, got team meetings, me, Nate, Bruce, we're going to be going over where we are, where we're going. if we can get a little bit more by the end of this month, then we are going to be on pace for our goal, which is 20 million. It's a big goal, but we're having a killer start to the year. So let's get it going. All right, guys, so what we've got going on is we got done with our marketing meeting. We kind of have an idea of what we want to do. And so for the past little bit, have been setting up everything for a meeting we have tomorrow. Me and Josh going to meet up with some people that own some land that we're hoping to at least start a discussion with what would it look like to pick it up, to potentially develop it. So that's what we're doing, pulling up tax records, pulling up everything, trying to get ready for the meeting tomorrow. And then I'm actually meeting another guy tomorrow, showing some lots. He's a builder. He's looking to get into that same space. So anyway, busy day. We're pushing through to what we are wanting, what we want to hit. So let's make it happen. And so, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about getting back, documenting the journey, and really this new season coming up. And I want to approach everything differently. I want to, again, like we've talked about in the beginning, we broke everything down and we're building it back up. But this time we want to build it back up the right way. And it's good. I mean, again, we've been able to stop and focus on what makes us really good outside of those 2 weeks that I've been finishing up these 2 flip houses. And because of that, we're getting more done and faster. And at the end of the day, just enjoying the whole process better. So, love you guys. Excited about season 2. I think that's what I'm going to call it. I don't know. Excited about this season. Until next time, go make some magic happen.